Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another review of Supergirl. This time it's Starcrossed.
So we got Lyra stuff, we got Monel stuff, and we got the best ending ever.
We'll try not to rave about the ending too much, but obviously the ending is exciting, but that's just a fun cliffhanger. We have the Monel stuff because, well, we've got to create some drama for the upcoming episode.
Yeah, because it's like, is she bad? Was she bad all along? I thought we liked her, and turns out she was she's not quite bad. She was doing it to help her brother and all that, so she's still good.
And Wynn forgives her, and we're all happy again. So yeah, we got the Lyra plot. That's what the Lyra stuff was building up to. But she hasn't left. She's still with Wynn, and all that stuff's still going on.
And there was a nice conversation with Wynn and Kara, which parallels it to her situation. Oh, but she lied. Oh, but you're forgiving her, and all that.
Yeah, so obviously the theme of this episode is lies. And we all know secret keeping in these shows never ends well. It always ends to drama. We've seen this all before. Anyway, yeah, it's the Monel stuff. As we said, this is what the Monel stuff has been leading up to. It's his parents who've been chasing him down for half the season, and he's the true Prince of Daxam, which, again, was foreshadowed when they were at the Slaver's Moon, and when Jeremiah somehow knew who he was. Don't ask how. I don't know that part. But hey, Jeremiah foreshadowed this episode.
Yeah.
Maybe Monel said it when he was kidnapped by Cadmus?
Maybe?
That's the only thing I can think of.
Don't know why, but...
Don't know why either, but it's about the only explanation that would make sense for why he knows. But yeah, you've got the Supergirl, you've got Kara's drama, which... it's just annoying. She just throws everything she's had with Monel in the bin for the past who knows how long.
Just because you know he's the prince doesn't mean he's bad. Like, he does not rule. He's not the king.
What happened on Daxam stays on Daxam.
Yeah, especially, if she had actually watched the flashback we saw, he was saying no. He did not want the guard to shoot the Kryptonian. He did not want to steal the Kryptonian pod. And he probably did not want to leave that woman behind.
That being said, we do get that flashback, and it is different than the first time. Because the first time we saw a flashback...
he was the guard.
He was telling it, and it's as if he was the guard and the prince had spared him. This time, he's the one. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when we found out about McGann's backstory, and the story was kind of different, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Her story was correct in the sense that...
a green Martian freed a white Martian. I mean, the other way around.
Yeah, but she made it seem like she was one of the green ones that got freed.
Yeah, but this time we got a similar flashback retold slightly differently. So, yeah, I kind of didn't mind the Wynn story, and I'm glad kind of like Wynn's story is kind of like, let's do the better version, because, both involve secret keepings and quote-unquote betrayals. And Kara's is like, let's cause a mass amount of drama and throw everything in the bin and kick you out the door. Wynn's is like, I'm going to forgive you, help you, and arrest these guys, and Guardian will be here, Alex will be here, and John Jones, for some reason, never mind reads anybody.
I know! He's like, well, she's probably bad, why do you trust her? And it's like, you're a mind reader. Just check if she's lying.
Exactly, but it turns out she wasn't lying about the fact that she had a brother.
Also, wouldn't John have known that Monel's the prince?
Well, I assume he has to mind... On one hand, I would assume he has to mind read intentionally, so then how did he figure out what Alex was into intentionally? Because a few episodes ago, when Alex told everyone, he said he always knew. So,
well, maybe he checked her mind years ago when recruiting her.
Sure, that makes sense. I'll accept that as canon. But yeah, again, I do like at least that, unlike some other episodes...
it's his form of a background check. He checks everyone that he recruits for the DEO.
Sure. Anyway, I do like the fact that we only have 2 plots, because some of these Supergirl episodes, past few episodes, have had 7,000 plots. Whereas, Cadmus isn't here, we don't have Lena, James kind of just helps out Wynn, Wynn's got his own plot, Kara's got her own plot, and that's about it. And everyone is either attached to one of those 2 plots or doesn't really do much. Like, sure, Maggie's kind of attached to the Wynn plot and James kind of helps him out, But other than that, everything's kind of tied in. And then Kara's just off doing her own thing and confronting the Queen of Daxam, who, we do finally meet her and we've seen her around, and it ain't the last time we'll be seeing her. But hey, Mon-El's gone home, we've kicked him out.
I love that the parents didn't put up a fight. Like, the dad let him go. For a second I thought, when he said, send me home, and I realised they have to push a button to send him back.
They send him to Daxam.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do something like, nope, you're trapped on this ship.
Yeah, but no, he sent him back to Earth, so yeah. And then, of course, that all culminates in a completely unrelated cliffhanger, which was slightly foreshadowed 5 seconds before it happened because Wynn was analysing the breach device that Cisco made in Invasion.
And then Blaine came to find Marley.
Yeah, we'll make all the Glee jokes next episode. Well, not next Supergirl episode.
The greatest thing is, okay, there's a running joke in Glee that Blaine does not go without hair gel, except yesterday, the episode that I watched happened to be the episode where he was not allowed to wear hair gel.
Wonderful.
So his hair looked like it did in this.
This isn't a Glee review as much as next episode is going to everyone makes those comparisons, but we'll worry about that next episode. I do like that it was foreshadowed slightly in advance by Wynn analysing the breach and mentioning Cisco, which, once again, if you had no idea it was a crossover and you've only really been paying attention to Supergirl, have fun with that one, because unlike the interesting thing is, Invasion is a big crossover, and yet Kara's involvement in it has no impact on the show Supergirl.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, her involvement in the next Flash episode will connect to...
And they don't even put that episode on the DVD.
Well,
whereas back when there was, like, the Hawks crossover, they put both episodes on the DVD for Flash.
yeah, but that's the only time they've ever done it. Every other time it's always been separate.
Okay.
Yeah, every other time crossovers it. So yeah, for once you actually do have to watch the next Flash episode to truly understand Supergirl. But I suppose I'll try to catch us up a little bit. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm thinking just 8.
Yeah, same.
I like the Win stuff. I'm kind of half and half on the Mon-El stuff, obviously. And the ending kind of pulls it up a tiny bit, but that's just a cliffhanger, doesn't really count. If it was... if it weren't for all the Mon-El drama, which we're gonna get, it would have been higher. But
Yeah.
8 will have to do.
Yeah,
Anyway.
plus the drama is not that bad right now. I have a feeling it might get worse. But this episode, it wasn't so bad.
It wasn't so bad, but I feel like Kara was just a bit too unreasonable and didn't even give him a chance.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter what the next Supergirl episode is. We will see you next time for our review of The Flash and other things as well. See you next time, guys.